Hi everyone, my name is Rabban Aming and this is the Loading Zone. Let's get loaded. Thank you once again for taking time to check this out. Welcome to the Loading Zone. My name is Rabban Aming. I hope that you will find value in everything that I will be preparing for you guys as I take you through this journey towards financial freedom. Quick disclaimer, anything I say in this episode or any episode that follows after this is not financial advice and should not be taken or treated as financial advice. Should you need financial advice, please consult a financial advisor who will determine your needs first before recommending anything to you. Lastly, I am not rich, nor am I wealthy, nor do I claim to be. The purpose of these videos is to share some knowledge that I have and hopefully open up dialogue that leads towards your financial dreams and goals being achieved. I thought it best to start out these series of videos by talking about instant gratification. So nothing hectic on this episode, but just something that I believe is the core and essence of any financial plan that one can ever hope to make or achieve. Well, what is instant gratification then? Oxford Reference defines it as the inability to wait in order to obtain what one wants or desires. I hope I got that right. Just give me one moment, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm right. See, a synonym for gratification could be satisfaction or pleasure. So instant gratification basically is wanting to get that pleasure prematurely. You see, there's something that happens psychologically and emotionally when we buy the things we buy. It feels good to come back home with those pair of sneakers. Driving home in that dream car that you always wanted is something that we all fantasize about. We want money because it can make us feel good in so many ways. Money makes the world go round. People have killed for money. And if we look deeper into the reason why people do the things they do for money, it is all because of what they intend to do once they get that money, which in actual fact is chasing after a feeling of gratification. At the end of the day, all you're chasing is a feeling. Now that we've defined it, let's look at a few examples of instant gratification in relation to money. Buying that car too soon. Something I know too well, something I'm a victim of. I may have gotten my first car later than most of my peers, but truth be told, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Didn't read the fine print, didn't understand the contract, and ended up making financial mistakes with regard to that car. I love that car. Damn, I miss it. Another example of instant gratification could be that unplanned purchase when you're out at the mall shopping. We've all gone to the mall with the idea of purchasing a particular thing, yet come back with 2-3 more plastic bags than what we should have. Truth is, if the item was listed at 100 Rand and it is now 50 Rand, you did not save 50 Rand. You actually spent 50 Rand that you didn't plan for. Another example could be moving out of your parents' home before you should. We all get tired of the kind of disputes we get domestically. Maybe you didn't feed the dog, maybe you didn't wash the dishes on time, but are you ready to actually stand on your own financially? Another classic example could be overspending on entertainment. Yeah, you know yourself. I know, it feels good turning up on the weekend, blowing that 2 grand in a nightclub like it ain't a thing. But you wanna know how you know that you're instantly gratifying? When you wake up the next day and you're horrified by the SMS notification. Last example I'm gonna give you is buying now and paying later. My mom always taught me that if you can't afford to buy it cash, then you can't afford it. Yeah, I didn't listen though. Yeah. But how do we solve this problem? It's all good knowing that there is a problem of this nature, but how do we actually go about taking steps in ensuring that we don't instantly gratify? I think the first step is to be able to identify when you instantly gratify. One needs to be able to understand their urges and their weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is food. Yeah, I have no problem with eating out the whole week, something my wife and I always fight about. But because I know it's a problem, and that I can't afford it as well, I can actually take steps into ensuring that I don't do it. Okay, that I don't do it as often. Another thing one can do is to set financial goals for themselves and also track them. I mean, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. One other thing that one could do is to go shopping with a list. Lastly, perhaps you are instantly gratifying because of something internally. Perhaps the desire to be seen, loved, wanted manifests itself in the form of instant gratification. Maybe you're just a validation addict. It's a thing. I checked. Perhaps a bit of introspection is what is needed for you to heal internally. Often the answers aren't out there, but in here. Now, before I start getting all philosophical, let me say this in closing. The desire to attain a feeling of gratification can itself be a positive factor that leads one towards achieving their dreams and goals. This needs to be monitored though, because it can hurt you. It can really hurt you. Now, as you set out into the day and go and do your things, look out for those moments where you instantly gratify. Moments that could possibly be the make or break of your finances. Thank you for tuning in and checking this out. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, whatever the case is. I will be doing this every Monday and it will be getting a lot more technical as we move along. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabban and Amen. Signing out. Loading Zone.